Good morning. This is Deb coming to you with another daily video. Today I wanted to talk about the subject of jealousy. And the reason that subject came up was because I was talking to a friend of mine who I've known for a little while now, and the subject of jealousy came up, and they said, "I've never felt jealous." What? Never? No, not once, not in my entire life. I rarely say I don't believe you, but that was my first reaction. Like, I don't believe you. That's impossible. It's a human emotion. Little kids, toddlers feel jealous, and their brother or sister has the toy they want. Even grade school romance, there's jealous if the girl you like or the boy you like likes somebody else, or your friend chooses another friend. I mean, jealousy to me was just, I assumed every person in the whole world felt it, but my friend who he believes it. I still don't believe it, but he believes it, that he's never experienced jealousy. So I started thinking about, well, maybe they're being confused by the word envy, like jealous and envy, because the jealousy, when they were referring to it, they were saying, if someone had a nicer vehicle than I have, I would be happy for them rather than feel jealous that I didn't have it. Okay. And so I looked up, I said, well, that sounds more like envy. So I looked up the definition today, I love Google. It'll tell you everything. I said, what is the difference between jealousy and envy? And they said that jealousy or envy requires two people. Like somebody has something that you believe you don't have, but with jealousy, it's usually three people, and it's generally in a romantic sense. That another person is going to replace you. And so I also looked up the signs of jealousy, or the reasons for jealousy. What is the underlying cause? Insecurity, which, whenever I was in a relationship with a man that I saw was very jealous, and I would talk about it with a trusted friend, their response was always, "Oh, he's so insecure. He's insecure." Even though outwardly he would seem very cocky and sure of himself, but it was a deep-seated insecurity. And I also remember as a teenager looking up something about jealousy, and it's saying, jealousy is simply the fear that you have no value. And that always stuck with me. But I'm going to get back to that in a minute. So another thing, it said past history. So, if in the past, maybe in a romantic sense, was we're talking, my subjects tend to be based around relationships. So we're going to stick with the jealousy involved in a romantic relationship for this video. So past history, if your last partner cheated on you, you're going to be more likely to feel threatened when your next partner is talking to someone that you see that they could end up preferring over you and leaving you for. So that's a trigger of jealousy. Fear of loss. And I think that also goes to the fear of you having no value, but the fear of losing that other person, or losing the security, the love, whatever it is that relationship is giving to you. Relationships serve a lot of needs and purposes. That's why we have them. Jealousy has been probably the biggest obstacle for me in all of my relationships, way back to middle school, grade school, high school. High school, I would say, was when I had my first boyfriend, officially. And I was the jealous girlfriend. I'll admit it. I was definitely the jealous girlfriend. I was convinced that, if a girl had a nicer body, if she was thinner, if her breasts were bigger, if she was a cheerleader, if she was blonde, all of these, she had green eyes, like all these things in my teenage mind, I believe, were reasons for a man to prefer, or a boy, not a man, they were boys then, for a reason for a boy to prefer another girl over me. She can do cartwheels and handsprings and splits, and she can do this and that and the other, and he's going to prefer her to me. He's going to leave me for her. So yeah, jealousy. But I'm curious as to what you think. Do you think that jealousy is a normal human emotion? Do you believe that a human being can live their whole life without feeling jealousy? I'm really curious to know what you think, because I don't believe so. My response to my friend was, what are you, an android, a robot? No feelings? And they said, well, I have been accused of having a heart of stone or being heartless. Like, I can see why. The most jealous relationship that I've ever experienced, and I'll probably be using that one for most of my examples because I have no idea where this ex is. I never need to use his real name, and I don't have to worry that I'm somehow accidentally slandering him by using him as an example, or our relationship as an example. But he equated jealousy with love. He said, if you don't love someone, you're not going to feel jealous. So if you show jealousy, that means you love me. And he would go out of his way to invoke my jealousy. And I had worked so hard on not being a jealous girlfriend because I saw how that drove my high school relationships, boyfriends, that drove them away. That is probably what really drove them away. That and my not wanting to have sex until we were married. So ironic, both of my boyfriends in high school, I had two, both of them ended up getting someone else pregnant, like within months of us breaking up. So people say I dodged a bullet by that, but another video. Where was I going with that? Jealousy, yes. So I believe that I needed to get rid of jealousy. I needed to stop being a jealous girlfriend, jealous partner, because it was damaging to the relationship. And here's someone that's literally like wanting to provoke me, and it literally turned him on. It excited him, and he admitted that, and I don't understand wanting to invoke somebody's jealousy, because I associate jealousy with rage. A jealous rage, a murderous rage. Murders are committed when somebody's jealous. There's many stories of partners catching their spouse cheating, and it doesn't end well. Someone either ends up dead or in prison or both. So jealousy I saw as something very, very damaging, but I didn't know how to control it. I didn't know how to control it because it was an immediate response. That feeling of, it's like a fire in your belly that just rises up, and you just, like, I'm not an aggressive fighting person, but when my jealousy is invoked, I can become pretty, I want to say ravenous. That's not the right word. I'm just hungry. I haven't eaten yet today, and it's going on noon. So, but jealous rage, the uncontrollable, the unpredictable, dangerous. So signs of jealousy, people that get easily jealous, those are the people in general, not just real romantic relationships, but friends too. But again, I'm kind of sticking with the romantic relationships in these videos because that's been the theme. So I'm just trying to stay on topic and also broach other topics as they come up. So my cat drives me crazy. I know you're not supposed to say anything drives you crazy, but she drives me crazy. But anyway, I'm running out of things to say already. I need to plan these out better, I think. But I'm almost to my 10-minute mark. I'm at 9 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off and give it a watch.